we're going to show you how to make these super easy poppy bowls. I promise you they are easy to make. My daughter, who's 6, made this one. I made that one. They're great as little bowls for trinkets and as brilliant as a gift at Christmas, but we actually made them for Remembrance Day in order to discuss and commemorate the fallen veterans of wars gone by. Now, if you do make them for Remembrance Day, remember you need to donate to a local charity that supports veterans, because that's what the day is all about, is remembrance, but also fundraising for families and people who have been injured in war. Now, shall we have a look and see how easy it is to make these? I think they're absolutely lovely. So I've got Pipsqueak here with me today. Where are your hands, Pipsqueak? Hello. We're going to need a ball of clay. If your clay is a bit too hard, down below and in the iCards I've got a really good video of how to soften it. Ours got really squishy actually when we softened it, so I had to leave it out a bit to dry again, but at least it's soft, so that's good. So a ball of air drying clay. You need a bowl like this one with some plastic in it. Something to make shapes, circles with. I think we're going to end up using this glass because we're going to make a slightly smaller one. For this one, a large glass is really good. Something to roll with, a rolling pin, but you can use a glass or something similar, or you can actually flatten it with your hands. A toothpick, and then later you're going to need some paints. But now we're going to get rolling. You want to have a go? Oh, so you have to do it. Is that going to work?
I think no.
I think so. Let's see. Look. Let's push really hard like so. Okay. And then maybe this rolling pin's a bit too... Let me just keep lifting it off because I'm worried that it'll stick to the table. Because ours is still quite sticky. Yeah. So push a bit of pressure on it. A bit of pressure on it. There we go. A bit of pressure. Now what you can see here, this is an air bubble. We have to squeeze that out. If this was going in a kiln, that air bubble would cause it to break, but this is not going in a kiln, so it's okay. So keep going and flatten it again. Okay, and just check it that it's not stuck to the table.
Why can't you just put some plastic or a tray underneath it?
Oh, actually, that's a good idea. We should have maybe gotten one of our trays out, shouldn't we? One of our chopping boards we could have used. That's a very good idea. Right, we don't want it too thin. Also, you don't want these air bubbles in it. If you've got clay with air bubbles, like I said, if this was going in a kiln, that would break.
Where
now,
are the air bubbles?
Can you see them here? There's one. That's one. There we go. Now we need 3. You want to do it? 3. Try and get them right to the edge. So don't make your the clay too thin because it will break. Okay. Do one, that's one. Do another one next to it. We can get them out in a minute. So right to the edge. Yeah. And then another one maybe here. Oops, you knocked the camera, but it's okay. There we go. Okay. So then, it doesn't matter if you've got a little corner there missing, because we don't need that. It's just like a bit like cake, isn't it?
Or biscuits.
Actually, biscuits, good point, not cake. Right, let's get all those bits out. So you've got your rough circles. There we go. You can smooth them down a bit with your hands. You want to have a go at that? Don't make it thinner, just smooth it down a bit. Because we don't want the poppies to end up too thin, do we? You can get a bit of water in a minute to really smoothen it. There we go. So, you take the bowl. You want to put your first one in, and you put it against this side. Okay, like that. Do you want to do it? Like so. Get the plastic in as possible. Here we go. Then you get the next one. Maybe like the third. Yeah, that's okay. Good. Yeah, just a minute. Wait, just arrange that slightly. And then the last one goes over. Yeah. Okay, so that's your basic poppy shape. And then you need to roll a ball. Do it over in the camera so people can see it. Roll a little ball like this. Roll a ball. And then whilst Pipsqueak does that, I'm just going to smoothen this down so you've got nice smooth edges. Okay, we've got your ball. And squish it in the middle. Just flatten it. Okay, let's see. Can you have a look at it? What do you reckon? Does that make a good poppy centre?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can squash it down gently. And then...
We put the holes in.
Yeah, so I'm just going to close this up a bit.
Toothpick.
Yeah, so then, well, you can do that. It's just a little extra. Now, all I'm doing now is just flattening it a bit so that it is really a bowl shape and things don't fall out down the side of the bowl. So now you can put little holes in, and people see that. That's just to put a bit of texture in the flour, and then we let it dry. Just smooth it off. You want to have a go? Okay, that we can. So there we go, little flour, and we're going to let it dry. So our bowls are dry. We sped up the process a little bit by putting them on the radiator, which helped. Now I'm going to put some acrylic paints. We like using System 3, some black, some red. You can start painting, Pipsqueak. And I'm going to also use a little bit of yellow. I don't think Pipsqueak wants to use yellow, you just want to use red, don't you? And we'll do black. Now you can either just do all the red first, let it dry, mind that you don't get that on your hand, and then add the black at the very end, or you can do it all in one go. You might find it easier to do it in 2 stages, it's up to you. And we're probably going to speed this bit of the video up, aren't we?
Yeah.
Here they are again, finished. Aren't they lovely? So easy to make and a great gift. Now remember, like, subscribe and comment. Bye!